Hare Krishna, good evening, welcome all of you all for our Saturday evening Bhagavatam class. So last Saturday we completed the Kunti Stuti. So today we'll go ahead with the Kunti Stuti. We'll go ahead with 1.8.44. First canto, 8th chapter, verse number 44. Yes, who can read for me?
I start.
You start.
Sutta Yuvacha.
Yeah, you read the translation.
Sutta Goswami said, The Lord, thus hearing the prayers of Kunti Devi, composed in choice words for his glorification, mildly smiled. That smile was as enchanting as his mystic power.
Yes. So, when Lord was glorified by Kunti Maharani, Lord just smiled. What is the meaning of this? What is the understanding you get from this? भगवान ऐसा भी हमको देख के भगवान हंसते रहते हैं. Looking at our monkey business, whatever we do, Lord is always laughing at us. So why did he smile? Please remember, this smile is in due course of acceptance of her glorification. उनकी स्तुति का acceptance कर रहे. Yes, because one thing I told you, whatever you talk about God, you call him, you're a murderer, true. You're a cheat, true. You're a debauchee, true. You, whatever you call, he fits in every role. Whether you are saying with love and affection or with hatred, you are a dumb fool. Yes, he will agree. He has acted also in certain times, in certain ways, that anyone will feel, he is a fool. He's a cheat. He's a very nice person. You glorify him in a good way, you glorify him in a bad way. In all ways, he is correct. That is why when Lord smiled, that means Lord has accepted her glorification. So, अगर आपका कार्य जो है आप कर रहे हो, तो and what was the glorification? What is the crux of it? Can anyone tell me that? What was that which made Lord smile? What was it that Lord became happy and he smiled? The entire Kunti Stuti. चलो मालूम पड़े कितने लोग सिंसियरली सुने, कितने लोगों को समझ में आया. The best part of the glorification was she didn't ask for anything. She didn't ask for anything. मुझे ये दे वो दे कुछ नहीं बोला, बस तुम मेरे साथ रहो. You be with me. That is what Krishna said. Kunti Maharani said, and that is what Krishna liked about it. Sorry to say, but हम लोग अगर थोड़ा कुछ कर लेते ना, in return we expect or we want some appreciation. Some people give some donation and they want some appreciation for that. वाहवाही चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, या रिटर्न में मेरे को क्या मिलेगा? For all the seva which Hanuman ji did, just imagine. हनुमान जी इतना सेवा करके आने के बाद क्या मांगा उन्होंने रामचंद्र जी से? एक कमरा तक नहीं मांगा. Did he ask for one room also? Did he ask for one mahal or something for himself? Nothing. After coming back also, he was just doing his seva. That is the speciality what we have to understand from Hanuman ji. And that is why he was dearest to the Lord. If someone does a seva, it's good. But what is the use? Is that karma yoga if you demand something in return of that? When I was doing my Bhakti Shastri in second round of Bhakti Shastri, that when Prabhuji was telling, very nicely he was teaching, he was telling, they said, if you go and do a nice DT seva in the DT room, you do nice lot of seva and all. And in the end, the head or whoever the person who is heading it, he says, what do you want? He asks. सब कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे बस सेवा करना था. एक काम करो, एक प्लेट महाप्रसाद दे दो. क्या बोला? 1 प्लेट महाप्रसाद दे दो। मतलब आपने आपकी सेवा का मूल्य लगाया, 1 प्लेट महाप्रसाद। You have fixed the price for your seva. Correct? I mean, these are all levels. What I mean to say, these are all levels. When you reach to that level, one should understand, oh, that is how devotion has to be done. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, but there is still a scope of improvement. That is what is highest level of devotion. That is what Hanumanji does. Hanumanji is a perfect example of how one should serve Lord. उनसे सीखो. There's a small story always I've told you and I'll tell again. एक बार सब लोगों को बहुत चलने लगा. अरे भाई हनुमान जी is always 24 hours with God. Even Sita Devi is not so much with God. Huh? We'll put a ban. Politics. They also did some politics. They put a list outside the room. Every seva is distributed. You do all the seva, from tomorrow is going to do only one. All sevas are distributed. Everyone will get one seva. So Hanumanji went and saw list of seva. अच्छा, भगवान को उठाने का सेवा किसी के पास है, भगवान को ब्रेकफास्ट कराने का सेवा है, भगवान का रिपोर्टिंग सेवा है, सब सेवा सब लोगों ने ले लिया. सीता मैया इज गोइंग टू मेक नाइस प्रसादम फॉर द लॉर्ड. यहां तक प्लेट उठाने के लिए भी किसी आदमी को अपॉइंटमेंट दे दिया. बट इन द होल लिस्ट हिज नेम वाज मिसिंग. वेरी अपसेट. ही वेंट टू सीता मैया. व्हाट इज दिस? आई हैव बीन चॉप्ड ऑफ, लाइक मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज में, लाइक from tomorrow morning your services are not required. That's how they inform you, no? From tomorrow morning your services are not required. Hand over the charges. You hand over your charge to someone, and from tomorrow you not come. Within 3 days all your dues will come to you. तो हनुमान जी को बोला, देख, we have already allotted the seva. If you still want to serve, just see if any seva is left. But they had planned it so nicely. Every seva was covered. Every seva was covered. He said, okay, fine, I will find myself a seva. And he went to the list again. And then he said, came and stood beside Lord. Said, why you stood here? What seva you got now? नहीं, मेरा एक सेवा है. क्या है? भगवान कभी भी यौन कर सकते हैं. तो चुटकी कौन बजाएगा? मैं चुटकी बजाऊंगा. अच्छा, तो अभी जब नहीं कोई टाइमिंग है क्या यौन करने का? मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून, इवनिंग, नाइट, 24 hours. So he said, I have taken this seva. कि भगवान जब भी what is say in Hindi for yawning? उबासी लेते हैं. उबासी. जब भी भगवान उबासी लेंगे तो मैं उनको आगे चुटकी बजाऊंगा. देखा 24 hours चिपका हुआ है, हिलता ही नहीं है. 24 hours हिलता ही नहीं है. डेंजरस सेवा है. Next day morning, within next day, very next day, they went and tore off that piece of paper. नहीं, all सेवा back all to original sevas. जो पहला जो सेवा कर रहा था वही. A new list is not valid from tomorrow. So the point is, that is what Lord is liking in Kunti Maharani also. Similarly, what Hanumanji was doing, just simply serve without any expectation. मेरे लिए ये करो, मेरे लिए वो करो, मांगना कुछ भी नहीं. एंड मैंने ये किया है, इसके एवज में मुझे क्या मिलेगा? That is also another problem which is, generally neophytes have. What service, what I have done, what will I get? What will you get? You will not get anything else. You will get love of God. This is what we want. In the end, the Lord's one smile sums up the whole story. So that's how. And this smile is also very mystic. Why mystic? उसमें क्या है? जादू क्या है? उसमें क्या माया भरा हुआ है? उसमें क्या है? Why is Lord's smile mystic? याद रखना, आप जैसा आपका मन, उस हिसाब से भगवान का स्माइल आपको दिखेगा. If your mind is clean, your heart is clean, you'll have a clean smile. You'll get a clean smile. You'll receive a clean smile. Whereas if you have some hidden agendas in the corner of your heart, then Lord will also come baake टेढ़ा, तुम टेढ़े हो, अच्छा अच्छा. So that's how we have to understand. His smile is mystic because he is reciprocal to his devotees. Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, "Ye yatham mam prapadyante tam seva bhajamyaham." It's very clear. Okay, next verse. 1.8.45.
Thus accepting the prayers of Srimati Kunti Devi, the Lord subsequently informed other ladies of his departure by entering the palace of Hastinapur. But upon preparing to leave, he was stopped by the king Yudhishthira, who implored him lovingly.
So जैसे वो अभी कुंती महारानी का काम किया, क्या काम किया उन्होंने? निकलने गए, किधर रहने वाला, रुको रुको रुको, उत्तरा का गर्भ नष्ट हो रहा है, ठीक है, भगवान ने तुरंत जाके गर्भ को बचाया, चलो अब जाता हूँ, निकलता हूँ, जय, तो युधिष्ठिर वहां पे, oh, is crying. What is Yudhishthir crying for? Read the next verse.
Yudhishthira was much
Aggrieved.
could not be convinced despite instructions by great sages headed by Vyasa and Lord Krishna himself, the performer of superhuman feats, and despite all historical evidence.
So what does this mean? Why he was aggrieved? Why was he aggrieved? Why was Yudhishthira aggrieved? Aggrieved मतलब sad. दुखी थे. क्यों? युधिष्ठिर महाराज दुखी क्यों थे? अब तो युद्ध जीत लिया, बच्चा भी बच गया, मतलब कुल का एक वंश भी बच गया, और अभी चक्रवर्ती राजा है, दुर्योधन भी मारा गया है, तो अब दुखी क्यों? His relatives died. Means what? The starting of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was aggrieved. At the end of the starting of the war, that's why the Bhagavad Gita was spoken, right? Because Arjuna was in a very sad mood. अरे मेरा मामा, चाचा, घर वाले सब हैं, मेरे भाई हैं, मेरे गुरु हैं, मेरे दादाजी हैं, उनको सबको मैं कैसे मारूं? एंड अब क्या हाल है? सब मर गए. नहीं, Yudhishthir. So here, what should have actually God should have done? He should have given the Bhagavad Gita again, right? नैनम जिन्नति शस्त्राणि नैनम दधति पावका न चक्लेवदन्ति, ऐसा सब डायलॉग वापस बोल देने का. No, that's the speciality of God. First he saw him, he was aggrieved. That means what? He was still in the bodily concept of life. जब कोई व्यक्ति bodily concept of life पे रहता है ना, then only he is sad. That is why Lord says samay krutva labha labho jayo jayo. He says be sama, you be equipoised on both labho jayo jayo. Tasmat yogaya yujjasva yuddhaya yujjasva. He says that's how you have to fight the war. One has to fight the war. War में दोनों हो सकते हैं. You may kill, you may get killed. Both possibilities are there. Suppose that there's an open heart surgery happening. ठीक भी होके बाहर निकल सकते हैं. One may die on the table also. So you have to have a neutral approach. अरे मर रहा है और जल्दी मरे. Or you may commit a mistake in trying to doing the surgery also. So one has to understand that Lord was quite calm, but he could have given solution to this problem. What Yudhishthira was having. But what does he do? Please, next verse. Come on, Raj, read 1.8.47.
King Yudhishthira, son of Dharma, overwhelmed by the death of his friend, was aggrieved just like a common materialistic man. O sages, thus deluded by affection, he began to speak. Yeah, what did he speak? Continue. King Yudhishthira said, "O my lord, I am the most sinful man. Just see my heart, which is full of ignorance. this body, which is ultimately meant for others, has killed many planets of men.
Planets of planets.
Planets.
Means what? I have killed lot of अक्षोणी सेना, बहुत सारे अक्षोणी सेनाओं को मैंने मार दिया है. What does the earlier line say? I have got full of ignorance. I am a sinful man with a heart full of ignorance. This body which is ultimately meant for others. Can anyone give me an example of this? Body meant for others. Dadichi Muni nahi. That's not here. Bolo. Body meant for others. See, whenever a person takes birth, कोई व्यक्ति जन्म लेता है, उसका खुद का बोल के क्या है? चलो, आदमी बड़ा हुआ, boy becomes big, he gets married, and then he takes buys a house. अब माँ बाप के नाम पे ले रहा है कि बेबी के नाम पे रहा, वो नॉमिनी किसको बनाए? पॉलिसी निकाला उसने LIC का, हाँ, नॉमिनी किसको बनाया? माँ बाप बोलेगा पूरा जीवन हमने तुझे पैदा किया, बड़ा किया. थोड़ा दिन के बाद, this is how it is. You know, you get up in the morning, the wife will say, "You are my husband. Remember that." Okay. The day starts, then the mother will say, "You are my son. Remember that." No, half of the men are crushed in between these two things. Baki, the boy, when he goes to office, the boss says, "Hey, you are my servant, mind you. You are my employee. So leave everything. Only do my work. Whatever your problems are in the house, don't tell me. You have to just do my job." Fine. Then friends, they give you a call. क्या हम लोग को भूल गए? हाँ? हम आता नहीं, मिलता नहीं. You are our friend, mind you. You have to come for meet us today evening. फिर रात को, शाम को वाइफ का फोन आता है. Hey, we are going out for shopping. Where is your own time? Tell me, yours on your own. Where do you live? The kids have their set of demands. The society has its own set of demands. The parents have their demands. Everyone their demands. And in the end, when you die also, the body is going for somewhere else. Creamy, bhasma ya wheat. Teeny, uska missing है. So where are you actually placed? This is ignorance. Thinking that I am in command of the house, I am in command of my office. The office also say, "You have completed your 60 years, bye bye, we have a nice farewell party for you. Take your party and get lost. Now you are of no use to us." This is a fact of life. You may say, "Oh, my wife." The day you die, the same wife will say, "Please, जल्दी से body लेके जाओ." The wife will not say, "नहीं, थोड़ा इतना करवा चौथ का व्रत किया इसके लिए, थोड़ा देर रखो बॉडी को." बोले, "नहीं, लेके जाओ, जल्दी करो." The same son whom or the daughter whom you made them big, you may cry for a few days, but then that's it. Then you just become an annual status in their WhatsApp. It's a fact. It's a fact. You just become an annual status. Mama miss you, Papa miss you. Otherwise, whole throughout the year, who's bothered? That's ignorance. Considering yourself as a great person or as an important person is ignorance. That's what he's saying. Though he is not fully correct, but he is correct. Even we materialistic people have the same problem. That's why he's used the word, in the earlier verse, aggrieved just like a common materialistic person is used. Why Srila Prabhupada is writing this line? Common materialistic person यही सोचता है. दुनियादारी, यारी, बिरादरी, दोस्ती, भाई, रिलेशंस. शादी में अगर किसी ने नहीं बुलाया आपको, हाँ, ठीक से नहीं बुलाया, मान नहीं रखा, ये वो अनवादा. आजकल तो एडवांस इतना हो गया है, मैयत में ही बुलाना चाहिए, तो ही जाओ. बेचारा वो तो मर गया, कैसे बुलाएगा? He has already died. So That's how it is. Yeah, please continue. Next verse.
I have killed many boys, Brahmins, well-wishers, friends, parents, disciples and brothers. Though I live millions of years, I will not be relieved from the hell that awaits me for all these sins.
I have killed many boys and brahmanas. No, where did he kill brahmanas? Dronacharya, Kripacharya, all those people, so many people were there. I mean, Kripacharya was not killed, Dronacharya was killed. But indirectly he is saying, I have done so much bad for him. Well-wisher, who was the well-wisher for him? Bhishma Pitama. How come he was a well-wisher? Well-wisher, how?
During the war, he went to other side asking for Ashirwad, and in return, Bhishma Pitama said, "Vijay Bhava."
No. He says that time when before this war starts, Yudhishthira goes and falls at his feet. And he says, Vijay Bhava. And then he says, had you not come and fallen at my feet, na, I would have definitely killed you. But since you have come and fallen at my feet, I am blessing you. You will be victorious. Otherwise, I would have cursed you. So he, that's why Bhishma Pitama is one of the Mahajans, 12 Mahajans. And it's very difficult to understand Bhishma Pitama's, psychology or thinking. It's very difficult to understand. Only Krishna can understand, no one else can understand. And he says, I have killed many Brahmanas, friends and parents and preceptors also. This gurus ko bhi mara hai maine. And brothers. Though I live for millions of years. ठीक है, मैं बड़ा सबको मारने के मैं अगर बच भी गया, एंड में एक ना एक दिन तो मुझे नरक जाना पड़ेगा. But is killing in the war going to Naraka? No. The Shastra clearly says, अगर युद्ध में मर जाता है व्यक्ति तो वो स्वर्ग जाता है, और अगर वो युद्ध में मारता है किसी को तो अगर वो धर्म युद्ध है तो he doesn't incur any sins. But still, here that's why he was said, no, he is crying like an ordinary materialistic person. The next verse. Shweta.
There is no sin for a king who kills for the right cause, who is engaged in maintaining his citizens, but this injunction is not applicable to me.
Next verse.
I have killed many friends of women, and I have thus caused enmity to such an extent that it is not possible to undo it by material welfare work.
Next.
As it is not possible to filter muddy water through mud or purify a wine-stained pot with wine, it is not possible to counteract the killing of men by sacrificing animals.
Yes, that is what he is trying to say. अभी मैं जितना भी यज्ञ कर रहा हूँ, चाहे वो अश्वमेध यज्ञ हो या कोई भी यज्ञ हो, whatever यज्ञ I am doing, this यज्ञ will not fructify, because कहते हैं ना, एक पाप है तो दूसरा पाप करके पहले पाप को आप न्यूट्रलाइज नहीं कर सकते. एंड द सिंपल एग्जांपल इज, या एक पुण्य का काम करके पाप को न्यूट्रलाइज नहीं कर सकते हैं. सिंपल एग्जांपल इज, अगर 1 ग्लास ऑफ करेले का जूस इज देयर, उसमें आप शक्कर डाल दो, कितना भी शक्कर डालोगे वो कड़वापन रहेगा ही रहेगा. सिमिलरली यू कैन नॉट डू अ गुड एक्ट and think that I will counter the bad act. मैंने गलत काम किया, many people are there, they do a lot of gafla in business and all that, and then they go and give them donations, they run many charity shows, this and that. जितना बड़ा चैरिटी शो वो चला रहा है, समझने का बहुत बड़ा बिजनेस में बड़ा झोल है उसके कमाई में. And then why is he interested in doing that? Is he really having love? Is he really having affection? No. He thinks he is neutralizing his bad deeds. But always remember, this of course on Monday we will be discussing this law of karma, or that will come, we will be discussing in detail. Okay, so he was already in total confusion, utter confusion. Actually, what should have Krishna done at this point? ये पॉइंट पे कृष्ण को क्या करना चाहिए था? समझाना चाहिए था? Next verse, next chapter, you just open chapter 9, verse number 1. Read the translation.
Sutta Goswami said, being afraid for having killed so many subjects on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Maharaja Yudhishthira went to the scene of the masquerade. There, Bhishma Deva was lying on the bed of arrow, about to pass away.
यहाँ पे कृष्ण ने बोला, I am not going to give any advice. यही भगवान ने अर्जुन को पूरा भगवद गीता सुनाया. But now he is saying, no, let's go and meet Bhishma Pitama. Now, why did Krishna take Yudhishthir to the ground of massacre? Massacre मतलब मार काट हुआ है. Why did he take him over there? What was the purpose? भीष्म पितामह को मिलने के लिए, हाय हेलो करने के लिए. What was the purpose? Come on.
Only now this Bhishma Pitama will give Vishnu Sahasranam.
That is the preceding of it. See, he wanted first and foremost, what did the blessing was? What was the inner heart? What was the feeling inside the heart of Bhishma Pitama? वो चाहते थे, he wanted that the Pandavas should be happy. And how will he? Till then he said, जब तक हस्तिनापुर का जो सिंहासन है वो सुरक्षित और सही जंग पे नहीं है, I will not leave my body. So that was one reason. See, Krishna does, उसने एक ही तीर में उसको दो नहीं बहुत सारे काम कर लेते हैं. So one was he had to fulfill the desire of Bhishma Pitama because he wanted to see that Hastinapur is in the right hands. Secondly, he wanted to decorate him. He had made sure that Yudhishthira Maharaj was wearing nice kingly robes, like Chakravarti ka jaise kapde, like decked up fully. And there, the entire Pandavas went very nicely dressed up. And they went and Bhishma Pitama was lying there. And see, the whole plot of Mahabharata. Actually, today we were late. Otherwise, I would have taken that. I would have dealt with the plot very nicely. I would have given it more elaborate. And thirdly, Bhishma Pitama was waiting for Krishna to come, because Krishna was a dear. Bhishma Pitama was dear to Krishna. Krishna was waiting when he will go and meet Bhishma Pitama. People generally say he was waiting for Uttarayan. Lord says in the 8th chapter, last verse, for devotees there is no good time, no bad time. Every time is good time. There is nothing like good time and bad time. Only good time and bad time applies for a non-devotee. A non-devotee वो सब देखे. I'll tell you one small leela. So I have told you, but the intricacies in the Mahabharata this comes. When the war was about to start, Duryodhan, whether काम सही कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा, he is not interested whether he is doing the right job, but he wants to start at the right muhurat. He was fighting a wrong war. युद्ध था उनका गलत, but मुहूर्त सही निकाला था. So Duryodhan, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, sorry, not Yudhishthira, Dronacharya said, go and ask astrologer. So he went and asked many astrologers, and all astrologers said, we will not give answer your question. कल हार गया, तुम लोगों को मालूम है, अधर्म है, हारेगा, आज नहीं तो कल हारेगा, और हारेगा तो हम पे बोलेगा तुम्हारा वजह से गलत दिन पे चूज किया मैं. So what to do now? Finally, Dronacharya said, go and ask Sahadev. Sahadev is the right person. So he went and asked Sahadev. Sahadev, tell me what is the auspicious day and the right time I should start the war. Sahadev said, okay, देखो आज चतुर्थी आज से 4 दिन बाद अमावस्या है. अमावस्या के दिन आप युद्ध स्टार्ट करना, मतलब सेरेमनी जो बोलते ना शुभ ना, जैसा आप घर का एंट्री करते हो, वास्तु पूजा करते हो, भले 1 महीने बाद रहने जाओ, बट वो एंट्री कर लेते हो। तो क्या करना है आपको, मतलब क्या करना है मुझे, तो एक हाथी को खड़ा करना है एंड ठीक दोपहर को 12 बजे मेक द एलिफेंट वॉक अहेड 4 steps, बस। दैट मीन्स द सेरेमोनियल योर साइड ऑफ वॉर हैज स्टार्टेड एंड दैट मुहूर्त में तुम्हारा जीत गारंटीड है। ठीक है, कुरुक्षेत्र वॉर में रणभूमि में हाथी को लेके गया, 4 दिन पहले लेके खड़ा कर दिया, बोला भाई महत यू ऑल्सो स्टैंड हियर, तुम्हारा खाना पीना रहना एवरीथिंग स्पॉन्सर्ड, डोंट वरी, ऑन द हाउस आपको चाहिए एकदम, मोबाइल फोन भी आपको दे दूंगा, चिंता मत करो, हिलना नहीं है यहाँ से। बराबर अमावस्या के दिन मैं आपको बोलूंगा दोपहर को 12 बजे यू शुड जस्ट पुश द एलिफेंट, लाइन डाल के रखा था, यहाँ से 4 कदम आपको आगे लेके जाना। ठीक, एकदम सेट। दुर्योधन वॉज वेरी हैप्पी, विक्ट्री अपना गारंटी। लोग ऐसे होते, मुहूर्त पे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस कौन देता है? तेरा कार्य सही है क्या, वो पहले देखो, इज योर एक्टिविटी राइट, तो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट। मुहूर्त अच्छा, तो कसाई खाना भी खोलने वाला मुहूर्त अच्छा होना चाहिए, बियर बार खोलूंगा मुहूर्त अच्छा होना चाहिए। अरे यार जो कार्य कर रहे हैं वही गलत है, मुहूर्त का क्या करने वाले। ठीक, तो जैसे दुर्योधन पूछ के गया, पीछे से भीम और कृष्ण आया, क्या के लिए आया था, कब पूछने आया था कौन सा मुहूर्त अच्छा है। एक भाई ने पहले ही हमको मरवाया, हाँ, जुआ खेल के, तो तुम ऊपर से मरवा रहे हो, हाँ, तो कौन बोलने का जरूरत क्या था उसको, सही बोल, मुहूर्त गलत बोलने का था ना उसको। मतलब क्या है, एथिक्स बोलते ना, बिजनेस एथिक्स, आई गॉट बिजनेस एथिक्स। सी आई एज ए एस्ट्रोलॉजर माई नॉलेज विल गो रॉन्ग इफ आई टेल लाइस, so I cannot tell, even if it is my sworn enemy, I have to tell the truth, मुझे सच बोलना पड़ेगा। and अगर even in it is said, doctors also, if you're a doctor, even if your enemy stands before you, you have to give him the right medicine, भले उसको बाद में फांसी के फंदे में चढ़ा दो, वो बात अलग है, but at that moment you cannot give him something wrong, that is as per your ethics of the field। तो तब कृष्ण एक सवाल पूछते हैं, ऑन व्हाट बेसिस, ऑन किसके भरोसे पे तुमने ये बोल दिया उसको, सही से बोला। बोला कृष्णा तुम्हारे भरोसे पे। ठीक है, मैं करता हूँ कृष्णा। नो, जब दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव टू से, वी हैव टू पुट द भरोसा ऑन। If you don't have faith on God, if you don't have, and we have got partial faith, we don't have 100% faith. But the day you have 100% faith, things happen. यहाँ पे अर्जुन इसने सहदेव ने बोल दिया एंड उसने हाथी रेडी रखा है। कृष्णा क्या किया, बराबर एक दिन पहले चतुर्थी का दिन तर्पण करने लगा। तो तर्पण अमावस्या के दिन में करते हैं, तो बराबर अमावस्या का दिन तर्पण कर रहा है, तर्पण कर रहा है। दुर्योधन आया, देखा वो कृष्ण तर्पण कर रहा है। कृष्णा मतलब अल्टीमेट, वो तर्पण कर रहा है, मतलब आज बराबर अमावस्या है। भीष्म पिता ने जानबूझ के मुझे झूठ बोला, कल अमावस्या, आज अमावस्या, बट भीष्म पिता आज डेलिबरेटली टोल्ड बिकॉज ही इज साइडिंग द पांडवास। मैं नेक्स्ट डे साइडिंग प्रतिपदा ना, राइट, नेक्स्ट डे अपना अमावस्या, नेक्स्ट डे प्रतिपदा। उस दिन मैं हाथी खींचूंगा, मेरा मुहूर्त चुक जाएगा और मैं हार जाऊंगा। दैट्स व्हाट ही वांट्स, दैट्स हाउ द मेंटालिटी ऑफ Duryodhana is, always thinking bad about others. That moment he decides, somehow or the other I have to handle this situation. Immediately calls the Mahut, come on, take the elephant, come on, move. हाथी भी पी करके आवाज करके 4 कदम आगे ले लिया। जैसे 4 कदम आगे लिया, भीष्म पितामह भाग के आए। क्या हो गया, कौन तुमको निकालने बोला? आज अमावस्या नहीं, कल है, तो आज क्यों निकाला? कल नहीं, आज अमावस्या। ऑन व्हाट बेसिस यू आर सेइंग दैट? देखो कृष्ण तर्पण कर रहा है, कृष्ण तर्पण कर रहा है, तो बोला हो ही नहीं सकता, ये गलत कर रहा है। तुम जानबूझ के तुमको मुझे हराना था इसके लिए ऐसा बोला ना? बोला अरे दुर्योधन गधे, फूल। हाँ, ये इवन व्हेन कंसा went to kill Singh, so was taking Devaki in the ratha, आकाशवाणी हुई ए मूढ़ा, ए फूल। और कोई नहीं देखा, वही देखा, कोई नहीं देखा, सुना है सबको दिया, वही देखा कौन फूल, मेरे कौन बुला रहा है। सही बात है। तो अरे कृष्ण का पप्पा तो जिंदा है, द फादर ऑफ कृष्ण इज अलाइव, किसका तर्पण करेगा? ट्यूबलाइट तभी ओह दैट इज कृष्णा, दैट इज द चीटिंग पावर ऑफ कृष्णा। छलिया बोलते हैं ना, दैट मिस्टिक पावर, दैट मिस्टिक स्माइल। कृष्ण सीरियसली इज डूइंग तर्पण, वेरी सीरियस। किसके लिए तर्पण कर रहा है तू? तेरा पिताजी तो जिंदा है, तो किसके लिए तर्पण कर रहा है आज? इवन लेट्स से इट इज रियल अमावस्या। He said, देखो you are asking this question, मैं तर्पण कर रहा हूं तुम्हारे लिए। कृष्णा has already given the result of the war, तो मैं तुम्हारे लिए तर्पण कर रहा हूं, मेरे लिए। तब आचार्य give this there in Vyas Mahabharata, and Acharya say a commentary in this. Even today, I have seen, I myself have also seen, there are many senior devotees, sannyasis, who do their shraddha before they die, because उनके बाद उनका कोई श्राद्ध करने वाला नहीं है. There is nobody who is there going to do shraddha for them, so they do it when they are alive only. They do their shraddha. तो मैं अभी कर देता हूँ तेरे लिए श्राद्ध, मरने वाला है. उसको आया गुस्सा. He went back and he knew now the day is skipped. Now tomorrow there is no use of keeping the elephant again and making it walk, because it has already, that so-called ceremonial walk is over. यहाँ पे Krishna, when he is doing tarpan, immediately the demigods were all in tension. Surya Dev and Chandra Dev and all. So they both came. Sir, how you are doing? Why you are doing tarpan today? अमावस्या तो कल है. हाँ ठीक है, बट मेरे लिए क्या अमावस्या, क्या है? अमावस्या मीन्स व्हाट? जिस दिन सूर्य और चंद्रमा एक लाइन में आ जाता है, तो दैट इज अमावस्या. नहीं, नॉट ग्रहण, अमावस्या. दैट इज ग्रहण. अमावस्या मीन्स व्हाट? द मून इज, द सन एंड द मून आर इन वन लाइन, द अर्थ इज इन बिटवीन. दैट इज अमावस्या. आज भी दैट डे इज देयर इन आवर कैलेंडर. That is called as बोधायन अमावस्या. बोधायन अमावस्या. And आज भी वो अमावस्या आती है, and it happens one day before अमावस्या. Krishna made that day as अमावस्या just by doing his act of tarpan. आज भी. So what I am trying to say over here is, there are people who want to do things, wrong things, but at the right muhurat. राइट मुहूर्त पे करना चाहते हैं गलत कार्य, बट भगवान मेक श्योर योर विक्ट्री विल नॉट हैपन, बिकॉज यू नो व्हेन द द्वीप क्रीड़ा, द डाइस वाज बीइंग थ्रोन, अर्जुन लॉस्ट हिज गांडी. ही टेल्स करना, दुर्योधन टेल्स करना, उठा ले इसको, उठा ले गांडी को, उठा ले. मुझे नहीं उठाना. ये दिव्य अस्त्र शस्त्रों का खेल मुझे नहीं, मैं तो असली वॉरियर हूं, मैं नहीं उठाऊंगा, ये सब घटिया चीज है. अर्जुन क्राइज, हार्ट क्राइज, नींद रोना आता है. हाउ कम यू कुड इंसल्ट माय गांडी, बिकॉज फॉर हिम गांडी वाज समथिंग वेरी वेरी डियर टू हिम. ही इंसल्टेड हिज गांडी, एंड आफ्टर दैट होल इंसिडेंट ही गोज आउट. नो, इट इज साइंटिफिकली एक्सप्लेन्ड why they got the वनवास. वो वनवास के पीछे भी कहानी है. अगर वो वनवास नहीं होता ना, बहुत सारी चीजें गलत हो जाती. So many things. I mean, किसी दिन डिस्कस करेंगे at large. Might be in the next lecture we'll discuss. So he cries. He goes and cries to Vyasdev. Vyasdev says, I'll tell you later. You will not understand now. I'll tell you later. And the same Gandiv he was carrying when he was after Krishna had left this world. He went to Dwarka to get those queens, and on the way he was defeated by local tribals, like जो भील जात के लोग रहते हैं ना, उनके सामने हार गया. जिसने कर्ण, भीष्म पितामह जैसे योद्धाओं को हराया था उस गांडीव से, हरा नहीं पाया उनके सामने. गांडीव उठ नहीं रहा है. He was not able to lift the गांडीव. That time again he asked Vyasdev. That time Vyasdev tells him, I told you, Karna was not a fool. Karna knew very well that Gandiv is working not because it's the Gandiv, it is working because Krishna was with him. As long Krishna was with him, he could fire the arrows. The minute Krishna left, the Gandiv was not in his hands. मतलब उसकी capacity भी नहीं था. He could not use it. So he doesn't tell that time. He tells at that time. He says Karna knew very well that this Gandiv will not work in his hands. The same Gandiv will not work in his hands, but it will work only in Arjuna's hands because Arjuna was Krishna's son. And I'm sorry to say, but these serials, Mahabharata serials, and they had some masala upar. There's some toppings कुछ ऐड करते हैं to make it little peppy and spicy. ऐसा कुछ हुआ ही, काफी चीजें हैं जो हुआ ही नहीं. व्यास महादेव महाभारत में है ही नहीं. जैसा रामायण में भी कई लोग कुछ स्टोरीज बनाते हैं ना, वैसा कुछ स्टोरीज हुआ ही. Classical example. How many of you know that Duryodhana was killed by Bhima by hitting the below the hip, which was against the rules? Everyone knows, right? So did only Krishna say it and he did it, or there was any other reason behind it? Was there any other reason behind it? कोई और कारण था? He took a vow. He took an oath. In fact, first Draupadi takes the oath, and then this fellow also takes the oath. Bhima also takes the oath that मैं इसको, क्योंकि वो जंगे पे हाथ मारा ना, तो उसने मार दिया. But how could he use that when it is against the rules of the game? जो गधा युद्ध का rules क्या है कि you cannot use it.
Because they killed Abhimanyu, उसने Chitravyuda. All of them together.
हाँ.
निहत्थे को तो नहीं मार सकते ना, ऐसा था.
But जंगे के नीचे कैसे मार सकते? That was against the rule.
When they can go against the rule, why can't they can go?
Agreed. But see, Balram was actually physically present when this war was happening, and he was a teacher of both. See, Krishna does so many leelas. That's why Mahabharata is the most intricate katha. Now, first and foremost, you should know who was Duryodhan. Who was Duryodhan, by the way? Duryodhan was Kali नाम का एक राक्षस था, असुर था, and he did great tapasya. And he, by virtue of praying to Lord Shiva, he got one boon. He got two boons. One is मेरा शरीर वज्र का हो जाए. शरीर कहाँ तक गिना जाता है? यहाँ तक कि शरीर गिना जाता है. हम लोगों को कहानी सुनाया क्या गया था कि गांधारी ने उसको बुलाया था और वो कपड़ा पहन के पत्ता पहन के गया था and all that. Whereas here in Vyasdev actual Mahabharata, it is mentioned that this Kali जो राक्षस था, he pleases Shiva, and Shiva gives him two boons. One boon is his body will be of Vajra, and second is he was very clever. No, these Rakshasas are very planned. उसको अच्छी तरह पता था कि ये विष्णु है ना, बहुत खतरनाक है, कैसा भी मारता है. कभी वरा बन के आएगा, कभी नरसिंह देव बन के आएगा, कोई भी अटपटांग सा, मतलब whatever policy I take, वो policy तोड़ने वाला है. तो मैं क्या करूँ? I should do something more smarter. So it plans out. चल, मुझे विष्णु नहीं मारना चाहिए. Smart. मुझे विष्णु नहीं मारना चाहिए. That is why Krishna does not kill him. That is why Krishna before the war only says, I am not going to lift the Gandhi only. I am not going to lift any weapon only. Because he knows, worry ऐसा लिया है कि मैं मार सकता हूँ. वो कर्ण का भी एक स्टोरी अलग है. I don't have time today. I'll discuss next time. कर्ण का स्टोरी भी अलग है.
You had told Sahasra Kavach.
सहस्र कवच, बट उसके अलावा भी स्टोरी है. उसके अलावा भी स्टोरी है. तो यहाँ पे इसको बोल दिया कि मुझे विष्णु नहीं मारना चाहिए. ठीक. Then he was born as and then he misbehaved with Parvati. The same after receiving, that is the Asura Guna. After receiving from Shiva, he misbehaved with Parvati. So Parvati cursed that below your hip you will be weak and you will one day you will be killed by that. She curses in the earlier life. But that is why from the day one he opted for Gada Yuddha. All that given and said, when the Shanti Parva is उसमें आता है, to solve the problem, he sends Markandeya Rishi. कौन? कृष्णा. बोला आप जाके समझाओ उसको, कुछ अक्कल दो, बेटे को कुछ अक्कल दो, जरा समझाओ कि पांडवों को अपना राज्य मिल जाए और प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाए. तो मार्कंडेय ऋषि केम एंड गेव अ नाइस लेक्चर. भाई प्लीज लीव इट, फाइट, डोंट फाइट एंड ऑल दैट. सब बोलो. जैसे मार्कंडेय ऋषि ने सब बोला, सब सुना, और एंड में बोला तू मुझे सिखाएगा. What he did? He hit his thigh and he said, तू मुझे सिखाएगा. आज तू आया है, तू तेरा ब्राह्मण का बात सुनने के लिए मैं बैठा हूं क्या? You go and mind your own business. He used very harsh language. That time Markandeya Rishi was very angry and he curses him. The thigh on which you are hit and you talk like this, na? That very thigh will be broken and you will die. So when the war was happening between Duryodhana and Bhim, Krishna tells Arjuna, आज तो पक्का भीम अपना वादा पूरा करेगा. 13 साल से वो अपना प्रण लेके बैठा है, आज पूरा करेगा. Actually, Bhim had forgotten also. And he knew when I am fighting, I have to follow the norms, the rules. But when he tells, dup, he hits. And immediately this fellow also crashes down. It is said, Balram, how dare you kill? He didn't kill. The curse of the Brahmana always comes true. The curse of the Brahmana always comes true. He said, already Markandeya Rishi ने उसको already श्राप दे दिया था. गधा अपने आप उसके हाथ से निकल के नीचे लगा और वो गिर गया. So Krishna made a foul. Technically this is a foul. But उस foul को legitimate कैसे करें? How to legitimize this foul? So Krishna legitimized this foul also by what? By making Markandeya Rishi give the curse. We knew Markandeya Rishi को, जब कृष्णा का बात सुनने वाला नहीं, मार्कंडेय ऋषि का बात सुनने वाला है दुर्योधन, but deliberately उसको भेजा और वहां पे उसको ही हुआ. He hit the thigh and he talked to him and Markandeya Rishi cursed him. He wanted him to curse. तभी काम बनेगा ना. And then Bhima killed. And what did he say? I am Vishnu. I did not kill. I have kept up my promise. I have kept up my words. So आप कृष्णा विष्णु के ऊपर आप कोई भी तरह का क्लॉज लगाओ, कभी एज करने गए हो, you cannot win over. Okay, with this we'll stop today's lecture. We'll continue next time. Anybody has got any doubts, questions, can ask.